And welcome to our last missed operations video for Mission 11, the Warlock Desert. So, surprise! Okay, we're skipping ahead a little bit in terms of plane choice here, but again, this is because we are playing these missed operations videos on a clear save file, so yeah, no, the Barracuda isn't unlocked till Mission 14, but we get to show it off here anyway, because again, there's no real good place that I found in-game, in the canon run of the game, I should say, to show it off, so yeah, we're gonna be taking it out here for this final one of our missed operations videos to just basically ruin everyone who tries to get in Snake Pit's way's day. And again, right off the bat, you can see very quickly why this is an endgame unlock plane. Again, the Barracuda is probably the most maneuverable plane in the game, probably even more so than, like, the Raptor or even the Nosferatu, I'd argue. Because, like, this thing could, like, flip 180 in, like, a second, not even, and I don't even think the Nosferatu can do that. And again, this also gives me a chance to show off the QAAMs, which I don't really do all that often in 6. But it's like, yeah, like, especially if you're flying in an ESM screen like we are here, like the one provided by Snake Pit, QAAMs in 6 are incredibly deadly. Where, like, you could fire one at an enemy and just, like, take off and not even look back, and a couple seconds later, yeah, you'd get a hit-destroy notice on an enemy because they are just that crazy accurate, and they do not let up on an enemy once they're locked on. In terms of multiplayer, like, again, QAAMs were basically, like, generally every player's bane. Because, like, if you were able to get a really good angle on someone that was basically an insta-kill, again, doubly so if you were playing, like, planes with, like, custom stats, like, you know, the Yellow 13 skin or the Mobius 1 skin, where, like, all of the, you know, like, the mobility, attack defense stats, or I should say, attack stats, I should say, were increased, but your armor was, like, knocked pretty much all the way down to 0. So, like, even just one missile hit and you would die.
Our bombers are approaching the target airspace.
So again, as you can probably tell from this mission, the Snake Pit operation here is one of the only air-to-air exclusive ones that show up in this mission. And again, it's really one of the few main air-to-air, like, even just, like, sub-operations across the game itself. Like, as I was mentioning to Tyrant Saber as we were recording the regular game footage for this one, like, the only big air-to-air missions in the game you really get a chance to do are Solemna Peak, Heavy Command Cruiser, bits of this one here in Warlock Desert, and then Mission 14, which is coming up, again, in a little bit. Although I suppose, just to skip ahead a bit, Mission 12 also, in a certain way, is primarily an air-to-air one. But I am not going to spoil any of that, so. This is also, as just a matter of trivia, really the only operation where Snake Pit is in any real danger of being shot down. Because I actually have had that happen to me in, like, nothing that I've actually gotten recorded on, like, actual gameplay footage, but, like, in various runs of the game doing prep work for the LP, like, I've had to unfortunately neglect this operation, and, like, I have heard over the radio, like, the failure state for this mission, and it's basically, like, random allied pilots basically, telling Snake Pit's crew to basically destroy all the hard drives on the plane, like, destroy all sensitive data and just bail out.
There's a safety line on the west side of the airspace. Pull out of combat.
So again, I don't quite know what the procedure in the real world is for an AWACS, if it's in danger of being shot down or in the process of being shot down, but I'm kind of thinking it's basically, you're already fucking dead, so don't bother. But if anyone knows for certain, please, by all means, let me know in the comments. Again, this is supposed to be an informative LP, so it would help if, you know, I learned things too.
Just split off into 2 groups. Tricky SOBs. Our bombers are even closer to the target airspace now.
Honestly don't know what operation that LCAC unit is connected to, because, like, I've played through this game about, like, 10 times now, and I don't actually think I've encountered it. Also, again, because we've cleared Mission D, we get not only Snake Pit following behind us, providing constant ESM support, but we also have Windhover team here to back us up, which really, really helps with the air-to-ground attacks, because, yeah, Operation A for Warlock, once again, is just overloaded with targets for some weird reason. And again, this is another reason why, over the course of the game, I tend to neglect Warlock and just let them get dunked on, because they just have so many friggin' enemies that you have to try and take out to keep them safe. It's like, really, like, what you need to do, like, if you want to come back and get all the operation medals to get either that achievement or that trophy, like, you really gotta just come back here and do Warlock's missions with the Nosferatu and with the advanced multi-missiles, because, like, you can just fire 12 of them off at a time and, like, take out half the screen's worth of enemies, and that really, really, really makes operations like this one go a lot quicker than they do otherwise. Also, again, I do like that Snake Pit, for some reason, also has an attack support, like, acknowledgement dialogue. Like, I know, like, what, like, the actual thing behind it is, like, it basically causes Snake Pit to, like, take a beeline and go right directly towards you, so that you're right in the middle of his ESM support circle. But still, again, it does fit in with his assault record about how he's, like, just even more gung-ho than the actual fighter pilots in terms of, like, you know, just doing his job as an American Air Force unit. So yeah, again, this is, I guess you could say, the last act of my redemption of, you know, coming back after the fact and helping out Warlock. So, you know, at least we are ending these operation videos on a high note. And so, just again, a brief bit of a heads up, this is the last one of these that we are actually going to be doing, because Mission 12 does not have any operations attached to it, so it's kind of like Mission 9 in that regard. And then Mission 13, as you'll see, we're doing a little something special with that video that I don't want to give away, but you can probably guess what it's going to be. And then after that, there are no further operations in the game once you clear Mission 13.
Pretty messy if you don't hurry up.
But anyways, there we go. This has been Missed Operations for Ace Combat 6. We'll see you all next time.